Tia MOWRY on raising eczema awareness and revisiting uncomfortable moments in new series. Tia MOWRY is embracing her next chapter, and part of that looks like living authentically in her truth to encourage others to do the same. The mother of two takes pride in showing up as the highest version of herself for her children and understands that this is only possible by taking care of herself first. As they say, one cannot pour from an empty cup, which is no longer a part of MOWRY's ministry. It's also the reason she is partnering with the global biopharmaceutical company AbbVie to raise awareness about eczema, a chronic skin condition that causes inflammation, redness and itching. On bringing awareness to eczema and its impact on Black women. I am 1 in 31 million Americans who suffer from eczema, so I definitely understand the challenges that come with that, MOWRY told Blavity. I'm really happy to be partnering with AbbVie on this initiative. My journey with eczema wasn't an easy one. I feel like, unfortunately, especially with women of color, oftentimes we get dismissed whenever we are experiencing, should I say, some sort of health challenges. She continued, I just want to bring awareness and educate and encourage people to be their own advocate. You know your body more than anyone. You live with yourself day in and day out. Also, if you're being dismissed when you go to a healthcare practitioner, don't give up. Go to someone else. Keep on going. It had to take a Black woman to basically diagnose me with eczema, and I think representation is really important, along with sharing our stories. On October 8 and 9, MOWRY's latest collaboration with AbbVie, The Eczema Experience. Stories Itching to be Told, will be displayed as an interactive public pop-up event at Flatiron Plaza in New York City. Attendees will be immersed in the emotional, physical and social realities of living with eczema through powerful, multisensory experiences narrated by MOWRY. Her experience with the skin condition, I went misdiagnosed for years, the actor recalled. And that was due to lack of knowledge, lack of awareness, lack of information, lack of representation. So, just that story alone was applied to this pop-up experience. It has cool interactive elements, but more importantly, expert insights exist. There is a dermatologist who also speaks and shares insight and knowledge. But again, I think it's the idea of realizing or putting forward that you're not alone. There are options that are available, and there's a hub that you can go to find resources and to take action, which is eczemaqueue.com. So it's basically, again, bringing awareness, representation, sharing your story, and being vulnerable. Most importantly, MOWRY stresses that others who are dealing with this skin condition are not alone and that there is no need to suffer in silence, noting some of the misconceptions that are linked to eczema. I have friends that suffer from eczema, and sometimes I feel like what happens is they feel like they don't necessarily have a choice to have or find options, MOWRY shared. It starts with you being an advocate for yourself and not being afraid to take action. That is one misconception, and I think I can also take it back to representation. There weren't or aren't a lot of visuals in textbooks that show what eczema looks like on darker skin tones. So there could be many people out there suffering in silence and not really knowing what it is that they have. Again, I think the narrative and the goal here is to realize that you don't have to suffer in silence. There are options out there, and initiatives like the one that AbbVie and I are pushing forward to help you manage your condition. Her next chapter as MOWRY continues to peel back the layers of herself as she embarks on a new chapter that looks a lot different than what she's been used to as Tia MOWRY, the beloved actor, wife, sister, friend, etc. She has found a lot of solace in having the courage to be vulnerable, not just for herself, but to uplift those around her. When you are vulnerable and when you open up and share sometimes the most uncomfortable experiences, it can be scary, but in that discomfort, when you share your story, there is healing, MOWRY said. The toughest moments for this show that I had experienced was during the interview sessions because I said, if I'm doing this show, I'm gonna have to open up and be vulnerable, she said of her new reality television series, Tia MOWRY. My next act on WeTV. The why is to share these experiences so that people can be inspired. And you know, it wasn't easy going back to some of the most uncomfortable moments that I had experienced in the past 2 years. Moreover, she called the show a release and said that letting go was something she knew she had to do after reading a book, Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender, by psychologist David Hawkins. The book is all about how we shouldn't harbor or hold on to our emotions and our feelings because each emotion, especially the ones that are on the lower level frequency, which is sadness, depression, grief and all of that, it could really affect your wellness and your well-being and your health. But when you release them and move them to a higher frequency, such as joy, gratitude and forgiveness, these are better frequencies to live at. It actually does the opposite for your health, meaning the negative emotions. So just releasing, letting go, sharing my story, and walking in gratitude has been healing. Allow yourself to live and date before you settle down. PLS, woman who married first boyfriend shares regrets. Monday, October 7, 2024. A woman who married the very first man she dated has shared her regrets. She spoke in reaction to Tia Mowry's revelation. Actress Tia revealed she never dated. She added that ex-husband CORY HARDRICT was her very first boyfriend and she lost her virginity to him at 25. Following their divorce in 2022, she said she has no idea how to navigate dating. Reacting, an ex-user who is in a similar situation shared her story. She wrote, "My ex-husband was my first BF. I lost my virginity to him at 21, we got married, moved in together and had our son. He is now my ex-husband. I started dating for the first time in my mid-30s and that was a shock to my mind and heart. I would date younger because the older men scared TF out of me, they were so aggressive, but with younger I didn't want a relationship for obvious reasons. Then I got played because I didn't know the game well. I was a grown-ass woman with the mentality of a teen or 20-year-old when it came to dating. Allow yourself to live and date before you settle down. PLS. Because you'll be like Tia and me, LMAO, out here divorced and clueless, and it's been 3 years since I've been with someone. It does that to you too. It's crazy. I've never dated." Tia Mowry recalls how her ex-husband CORY HARDRICT was her first at 25. Monday, October 7, 2024. Tia Mowry said that her ex-husband, CORY HARDRICT, was her first everything, since she wasn't allowed to date until she was an adult. The actress, 46, spoke during her new reality series premiere episode, Tia Mowry, My Next Act. "I wasn't even allowed to date until I was 18 years old, the mom of two said in a confessional. I met CORY when I turned 20 and I lost my virginity at 25. There, I said it, and then we got married, boom." Mowry also discussed HARDRICT, 44, being her first boyfriend with friend and fellow actress Essence Atkins. "You know I've never dated," Tia shared. "CORY was my first everything." "That's right, you haven't," Atkins, 52, agreed with a laugh. "Right, I know." Tia Mowry previously opened up about losing her virginity in her mid-20s during a 2013 interview with Ebony. "My husband and I, we were friends for a whole year before we decided to start dating. And even once we started dating, we waited. I lost my virginity at 25. So we even waited for a while to even get intimate," she said at the time. "This works for some people and it doesn't work for some people, and it's okay. That's what I mean by baggage. Know and learn and understand what baggage can you handle and what can you not handle." The Twitches star filed for divorce from HARDRICT in October 2022 after tying the knot in 2008. At the time, the actress penned a vulnerable message to announce their split. "I wanted to share that CORY and I have decided to go our separate ways. These decisions are never easy, and not without sadness," Mowry wrote at the time. "We will maintain a friendship as we co-parent our beautiful children." The exes have 2 children together, son Cree, 13, and daughter Cairo, 6.